Jason Snipe, I mean, on this whole note, Rick Reeder, BlackRock, puts out a statement that says, still, while it's absolutely imperative that the Fed get the currently high rate of inflation under control, we are concerned about the potential for the central bank to overdo the tightening and undo much of the progress that has been made in recovering from the pandemic shock. So there's two sides of this. One believing, Jason, that they're going to be especially resolute. As the Fed chair said today, he didn't have to invoke Volcker. He did. He didn't have to use the word forcefully. He did. The other side of the coin is that they overdo it. And they do too much. They crush the economy, and then they got to reverse themselves. So that's in some people's dialogue as well.
Absolutely, Scott. I mean, that's the other piece, just like you mentioned. I mean, overdoing it will push this economy into a recession, and that's obviously problematic. But, I think there's obviously space, if they do overdo it, there's space for them to cut and move back like apparently a lot of the markets took that, from conversations last month and the Fed speak. So I think really, again, to my points earlier, I think they have to essentially almost overdo it. I think they have to do that here because inflation is a much larger problem in my view.
Yeah. Weiss, you want in?
Yeah, I do. And just a couple of points. I mean, Jim always is referring to, hey, we're back to where we were before Russia invaded Ukraine. Inflation was running hot then. So getting back to there is not a victory, number one. Number two, some commodity prices coming down 40% still get you at 3 times where the Fed is targeting inflation. So even if we see it drop 40% to 6%, they still got to be very aggressive. And in terms of unemployment being so low right now, take a look at the labor participation rate. It's very low. We're coming off the lowest in modern memory, going back decades and decades. As that goes up, and it is rising, not just because people are coming back to work from the pandemic, but because inflation has killed them and has depleted their savings. So you're going to see unemployment rise. And by the way, a lot of those jobs are low-paying jobs that don't offset the inflation. So look, there's always another side to the argument. But to me, this is just so blatantly obvious that I don't understand.
Jimmy's not the only one with that view, though.